it's time. So, hello everyone, what's up? Moses here, and today I wanted to talk about how to make currency in Path of Exile. People give me all sorts of comments on the YouTube videos saying that they have a hard time making monies, and this build is really nice because you have this sick Watcher's Eye. I'm never going to have something like that. I'm never going to have something like that, and so on. So you can have it. It's not rocket science, right? In Path of Exile, GGG don't want you to not have shit. Problem is the players often don't know how to, make the monies, and this is why I'm making the video. Alright, so the first and foremost thing you need to, this is by the way the returns, except this one, off of one tier 14 map I just farmed, right? Tier 14. I just came out of this map, so we got, 3 tier 13s, 1 tier 11. Just a random thing, put it in the map stash tab. So first thing you should learn is that when a new league start is your highest opportunity to make currency. The way I went about playing Path of Exile, basically since a year and a half now, been playing for a bit more, but since a year and a half I realized currency is kind of a big deal. Early on I didn't really pay too much attention to currency, I just kind of like played, trying to learn the game. But once I learned the game a little bit, I realized first thing you gotta have a good starting build. A good starting build, you can look at my guides for arc traps and glacial cascade mines. These builds are a blast. They will open up the entire atlas. They will be able to allow you to finish and kill all and farm all endgame content for you to basically build your empire. And this is me roughly 3 weeks after Betrayal started. I just spent about 2,000 chaos roughly on this character, mostly crafting, but I still have about 270 divines, couple of exalts here, lots of chaos. This is my currency tab and kind of like in the lowest kind of place because we just created this character and I didn't get to sell too many things. So this is where we're at right now, and even this is kind of like a frick ton of currency compared to other people. I do have a bunch of chisels. I have 200, exactly 200 sacrifice pieces and a bunch of scarabs, right? So this is my current currency, and I'm basically able to do every build that I want because I work a certain way. So the way I work is, again, create a good build that you can work with, something that can clear the entire content without caring about map mods. Never play Arc Witch, okay? As a league starter, never play Arc Witch. It's really bad. You will struggle unless you're like a god, but you will struggle, okay? It's not a good build starter for new players. Trust me, I made a video about that too. Please check it out. So you make your arc trapper. You could practice before the league starts. I was able to cut down about 7 hours, and that's an insane amount from the moment that my league starts until the moment I reach maps. I was able to cut down 7 hours. We went from about 14-15 hours to about 7.5 hours from creating a character and entering maps. 7.5, 8 hours, guys. It's a fairly short period of time, and it's a pretty massive difference because you will be in maps first. You're going to start opening your atlas. Your atlas is going to look like completely empty, right? And then you'll have to complete all your tier 1s, and then tier 2s, tier 3s, open up the atlas, right? So you're going to be in a trade league. This is what this video is meant to talk about. In a trade league, opening up the atlas is the most important thing, okay? This is how you make currency. Just opening up, filling every single map. Until yesterday I had all these 4 maps as well. I was continuously grinding Uber Elder, and then I kind of got bored of Uber Elder. We found this insane Watcher's Eye. You guys seen it, may have. Yeah, once in a lifetime thing. Cool stuff. But I kind of got bored of it, and I decided to make an Elder Blob around Fungal Hollow, and now I'm just sustaining tier 16 Fungal Hollow. We started out yesterday with 8 maps, and now tier 16 we got 16 right over here, so we doubled it, and we're continuously farming it, right? 17 over here. Just about to farm it, decided to make this video about how to make the currency. So this is how you do it. It's very simple. You open up your atlas, fill up every single map early on, maps like Perendus Manor and Putrid Cloister are going to be fairly cheaper compared to 2 weeks later, right? Because there's going to be a lot more currency in the economy, so you need to capitalize on that. Buy these maps as soon as you have like 1 exalt, just toss it away. It's a +1 to your bonus, to your Atlas bonus, and you do want to finish all the unique maps as early as you can. All the white, yellow, red maps. Now, how do I go about crafting the maps? First of all, I complete everything that, I never repeat a map. Let's give you an example. If I am in a beach map and beach is connected to city square and to Val Pyramid, I'm farming the beach map. Hey, another beach map dropped. Cool. And then a city square dropped. Great. I will do the city square, but then city square is not connected to Val Pyramid, right? So what I will not do is I will not do another beach, so that maybe I will drop a Val Pyramid and then I'll do the Val Pyramid. Why? Because another beach will waste my time, and I'm in a trade league, right? So I can simply buy a Val Pyramid, or I could try and hope that 3 beach maps equals 1 Val Pyramid. I don't know, maybe it is. Let's check. Beach map.
Glad you made it back.
It actually worth a city square. So in this case, not gonna work. But let's say we completed our city square, or sorry, we dropped a Val Pyramid in this example, okay? And we want to get our city square. So again, we won't farm a beach. We will just continue opening up the Atlas. Eventually 3 beaches will spawn. We'll just drop them, and then we can vendor and go. Or we can just go to PoE Trade and buy it. The main thing is, don't repeat maps that you already did, because it's a waste of time. You might as well open up the Atlas, pay a couple more chaos for people that are quicker than you, that already have these maps dropped. Go to PoE Trade. I know it's a pain, but early on that's what I did. And if you watch the first video of this league, you see how I leveled up. You can learn something from that maybe. And then when I reached map, you see exactly what I was doing. Alright? Just every single map objective. That means, instead of magic, I would alchemy. Right? If you have extra alchemies, don't use just a transmute to make it the magic, because you will increase your overall map drops if you alch your maps. And as a trapper, as a Glacial Cascade miner, you don't care about what map mods the map has. So you just alch and go, opening up all your whites. Whatever you drop, just go deeper and deeper into the Atlas, right? Whatever you drop, you simply complete. Once you reach red maps, for me it was about day 2, I started opening up the red maps. By the middle of day 3 or beginning of day 4, I had all the Atlas completed and Shaper, and I finished all the story, and I'm playing solo. If you guys are running in a group, you can have one guy buying the maps, the other guy start the maps, and the other guy joins once he bought a couple maps to continue, right? But I'm playing solo, so this is kind of like my strategy. Just complete every single map on your Atlas, and then you'll start spawning elders, right? So your character at this point will spawn elder. You may not be able, and I was not early on. I killed, I think, 3 normal elders before I was able to kill an uber elder, right? So at that point, you just spawn elders by killing shaper maps, and then eventually elder and his guardians are going to spawn. This blob of elder is going to be on red maps, right? So you're going to want to have red elders. So you're going to want to drop the Watcher's Eyes with 2 props, right? The normal elder will drop, but he will be on red maps, right? Currently, I'm just, this area is elder, so we're farming the T16. But yeah, you would want this elder blob to be over here, and it's simply done by running red maps, and you're already running red maps, right? So elder is naturally going to spawn in the red areas, so you're just going to have to kill the shaper maps that are adjacent to the elder, and then elder will spawn, and then you kind of like rinse and repeat. Open up your Atlas, kill a couple of elders. When your character is strong enough, you can start going into the tier 16 maps, right? And then kill shaper, finish and get your elder orb. Pick a map that you feel like you want to have a tier 16. This one happens to be a new map that, I kind of wanted, and we made it a tier 16. It can be really any other map. A lot of people do. Underground Sea, they say it's a really good map. I think it's a pretty good map. Awesome. So you can do that and just kind of like do what I did, which means when your character is strong enough, you spawn an uber elder. Once you're done killing Uber Elder, you will run a few fungal hollows or whatever 16 you have, and then he will spawn again in the center of the atlas, and you'll do another run. And by doing that, the continuous tier 16s, you will continuously drop tier 11s, tier 12s, tier 13, 14s that you're not going to need, because all you're doing is Uber Elder runs. What are you going to do with those? They are going to accumulate in your map tab. And see, I got like 11 burial or 9 burial chambers, tier 11 right now. 56. So normally what I do is I leave myself at this point, I leave myself like 2 of each tier 11s, 2 of each tier 12s, 3 of each tier 13, 3 of each tier 14, and see, there's like an insane surplus, and all of these are hundreds and hundreds of chaos. And then like 4 of each. I got freaking 15 you know, tower, 15 or 16 primordial block. That's hundreds and hundreds of chaos, and that's how I make my money, right? So I just farm the tier 16s right now. You know, currently that's what I do. This is what you could alternatively do. I went with Uber Elder earlier on because I felt like killing Uber Elder, and I was able to do it with my trapper, and I hope that you will have a trapper yourself and you can grind Uber Elder. It's a very satisfying, super fun fight, you know, and that's kind of like what you're doing, right? But, you know, later on I removed all these tier 16 maps because I kind of wanted to do just Fungal Hollow, just with this map clearer character, because it's very nice and solid to, you know, kill the you know, just clear maps with Stormcall. Alright, so that's kind of like what I did, and when I'm doing the tier 16s, I'm not doing any other map on the Atlas, and look at how many 15s I've dropped, and I'm not farming them, so I can easily sell them. Each one of this is like about 10 chaos each, or 12 chaos, or 11 chaos, I don't know. Tier 14s are about 7 chaos each as well, and we talk about hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of chaos. That is all, guys. Seriously, that is it. Start with a solid character. First, what I was doing, this is again 3rd week of the league. I started out with my trapper. Yeah, he reached 95, but it's whatever. I played with him for 2 whole weeks, just opening up the Atlas. Just, you know, first few days, day 4, day 5, we killed Uber Elder. Of course, you don't have to. You can just kill Shaper, right, and get your Elder orb, finish the quest line of Zana, have every single map completed, or most of them, if you still don't want to spend like 1 Exalt on Perendus Mana. It's not going to be that big of a deal. The point is that this Atlas bonus completion here, the higher it is, the more high tier maps you're going to drop. Okay, just read the grade line, and you know, that's going to help you out. It's just going to increase the tier that maps will drop, and then you're not going to be farming these maps if you're doing a tier 16 Elder map, right? You're going to, like, that's another method you could do. What I did, again, I went with Uber Elder farming, but you can also go and do Elder Blob, and when I kill Elder over here on a tier 16, Shaper will take its place, so it will rotate between Shaper and Elder, and Shaper and Elder, and because I'm not expanding Elder influence by killing Shaper maps on this area, that means that I will not have a situation where Elder will expand enough for him to actually spawn. So in this situation, you will be able to earn a lot of bases off of this, you know, all these high tier quivers, Elder and Shaper rings that people want to craft on, and things like that you can also sell. So this is a great way that people do to make money, right? And of course, because you're only farming 1 map and you're shaping your Atlas just for this 1 map, you know, for me, no other tier 16 in this current situation is unlocked, right? So when I'm dropping a tier 16, it's always going to be Fungal Hollow. And as you see, yesterday we started with 8, and I haven't been doing too much farming at all. I was doing a little bit of delving, like mostly yesterday. But yeah, I mean, out of the ones that we did drop, 16, 17 over here we have, that means we can sell like 10, and each one of these tier 16s, Elder 16 Fungal Hollow, currently I think is about 20 chaos. So if we sell 10, that's 200 chaos that we made, right? So this is how you make money, and all those things, I mean, every 3-4 days, spend 3 hours in PoE trade and just post your maps with your public stash tabs, right? You you know, just pour all your maps with exact, you know, like let's say tier 11 map 3 chaos, and this will be filled with, you know, all your tier 11 maps that you don't need, right? So this is, again, this is what I do. I just move all these away and just fill up these stash tabs with all my tier 11s that, you know, that I don't need. And people just buy, it adds up, and your inventory is going to be filled with chaos. You'll spend a couple of hours, 3 hours maybe. I do that before every stream or after a stream. 2 to 3 hours I spend on PoE.trade every 4 or 5 days or so, and just get rid of 200, 300, 400, 500 maps all at the same time. Now, early on, the tier 6, tier 5, tier 3, you know, these will also sell for alchemies, for chisels. So you can do that. And very early on, when I was broke, when I just started out, I would sell the tier 4s and tier 5s. You know, but now I don't do that anymore. Now, you know, we're 3 weeks into the league, and the longer you go, the lesser value maps are going to have. So tier 5, you see I have 100 of each, 110. Tier 7s and tier 8s, 110. But last time I sold my maps, I started at tier 9 and tier 10 and all the way up to tier 15. You know, so couple, you know, the one before I was also selling tier 5s, tier 6 and tier 7s and tier 8. But now, because they are like one chisel, I don't have, you know, it gives me the headache to sell maps for one chisel. It doesn't make too much sense. Tier 9s, however, were one chaos, so I sold a bunch of tier 9s. Next time I'm doing my map trades, maybe I won't do tier 9s and tier 10s. I don't know. I'm going to have to check the prices on PoE Trade and then decide, okay, this is worthwhile for me. Tier 10s are 1.5C each. Awesome, I'll still sell for 1.5C each, because maybe I'll have like 100 of them to sell, and then it's like, I don't know, 70 or 80 chaos if I leave myself a few, because I always want to leave myself a few. I don't want to get into a situation where I buy the maps myself, because that's a headache, buying maps, but I don't mind selling if I do it in one condensed session of like 3 hours, just massive whispers coming in, and you just sell all your maps. And then before you know it, like on Friday, before I made this character, today's Wednesday, on Friday I had 2.3 thousand chaos, and then I sold maps. You can check my previous recordings of Friday and of Saturday. If you saw the Saturday stream, from 2.3 or 2.4, I all of a sudden had 3.5 thousand chaos, just out of selling about 300 red maps or so. So that is a lot, and that is how I make the money. Of course, every once in a while an exalt will drop. Every once in a while you throw a fossil on a 6-link item and you'll create something like this that you can try and sell. This is how actually I crafted, why am I not leaving? This is actually how I crafted, you know, this body armor, right? Just fossil crafting. And we talked about that previously on stream, and I decided, hey, why not make a build that actually uses this, because it's actually insane. But if I wanted to sell it, pretty much 8, 9, 10 exalts. This is roughly what we're talking about when it comes to this body armor. And yeah, I mean, you craft, every once in a while you'll get something good. If it's not for your character, you can sell. But mostly the consistent way I've been able to consistently gain hundreds and hundreds of chaos was from selling maps. And yeah, again, so don't play Arc Witch. Guides for Arc Traps, GC Mines are perfect for opening up the Atlas and serving as a league starter that will be compatible throughout time. This will not change. It won't get nerfed. It won't get broken. If it does come to me, I'll tell you what to do. But don't worry about it. It won't, because it hasn't for a year and a half. I've been only playing Saboteur. It's the best starting class for a league. I've been doing Glacial Cascade Mines for a few seasons. And then when I got tired of that, I started with Arc Traps, and now I've been doing that for a few seasons. Okay, so they're amazing starting builds that can do the entire content. I've been farming Uber Elder, Shaper, whatever. Right, tier 16s, and that's how I did all my currency. I know it was a long video, and I hope you learned something from it. If you have any more questions, don't hesitate and drop by. I'm streaming every day, all day, pretty much. 16-hour stream is kind of like a casual thing for me already these days, and you guys are more than welcome to join. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time.